All right, so y'all know what it is. Your guy Tunnel Vision, aka your girl's favorite host, with the Inner Circle series with my brother, Mr. J Hill.
What's poppin', man? Thanks for having me.
Thank you for being here, bro.
It's all good.
All right, look, I wanted to interview you, right? Because everybody knows you.
Did you want to interview me, or I was like a second?
But listen though, how long ago did I ask you could I interview?
I mean, you asked me, but I still was like B-list type, like C-D list compared to like
But you here though.
Yeah.
All right, so I wanted to interview.
Damn, that's crazy.
That's crazy, bro. I really ain't gonna get it going like that. But nah, like when I think about it, everybody in the city know you, right?
Do they?
But nobody really knows you. Like before I met you, you was kind of like a ghost figure, bro. Like nobody sees you out unless you hosting.
Mm-hmm.
You don't really be like out with the Qs anymore. Like so we gotta get into it. Like we gotta really understand like how did you come from just J Hill, just the guy, to Mr. J Hill, the host, the media personality, and all that. So I really want to start you. I think my story of knowing you goes back to Morgan. So what made you want to go to Morgan? What made you want to like get into the frat life? I think that's a big build up from to who you are now.
So honestly, I ain't gonna say a lot of people don't believe it, but it's just like it's weird coming from me. But I went to McDaniel College. I was playing football at McDaniel, and
The PWI.
yeah. And before I went to McDaniel, I was like class president. I was like SGA president. I was like National Honor Society in my high school, first president. Like I was just always active in school.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I always used to say I was like that bridge because I was like that cool guy, but I was also like a nerd. I was always on my A game in school.
And you play sports, right?
Yeah. So I always said I was like that bridge. So make a long story short, I was at McDaniel, and I don't know what year it was, but Steve Harvey had won the Humanitarian Man of the Year award, I think, on BET.
Right.
And I didn't know what a humanitarian man was at that time. It sounded funny. I was in college, whatever, but I think I was a sophomore in college, and they was just explaining why he won the award.
Right.
And I think after his speech, he had threw up the hooks, and I literally was like, I mean, that's everything that I do now, or everything I used to do in high school.
Is Steve Harvey like an honorary, bro? Or is he like
Steve Harvey? I don't know if he's honorary or not, honestly, to keep it honest. I don't really even, I don't think so.
Because I mean, no disrespect to him, but
No,
I feel
it's-
like,
ain't no
you know what I mean? Like
disrespect.
Capitals don't have honorary bros.
Oh yeah, like
Yeah,
so it's
right.
funny because to get off topic, some my line sisters or whatever, right? And hopefully
Right.
they'll see this. They just got off a suspension,
Right,
and
right.
they don't do lifetime memberships.
Okay.
And I think that's only a cute thing. I have no idea.
No, yeah, we do lifetime membership.
All right, so so like I had asked, like they got off suspension, and I'm like, yo, what y'all gonna do? Because like when we get suspended, we
Right.
still don't work with Omega. It don't matter. Like I'm just being real. So
Yeah.
when everybody was saying congrats, y'all got off a suspension, my first question was like, I mean, and everybody was like, it's lit. I'm like, why is that so lit? You get what I'm saying?
Right.
They thought I was trying to be smart. I'm like, I'm just curious, like, why is that lit? Because like with me, if one of my line brothers get off a suspension, or whatever, I'm not about to be like, yo, congrats.
Right.
Like, I'm gonna be like,
No, but the sorority is kind of different from what I can see. Though,
Nah,
because,
facts.
Like, I saw some girls that like I just follow on Instagram, whatever. They were suspended. They went to downstate. And
that's my line sisters.
Like, yeah. When they got back on, it was like a big thing. But
That's funny.
I think like
that's what I'm talking about.
so like certain sororities, when you suspended, like they don't play that. Don't wear their letters.
No, I feel you, but I feel like I seen them. Like, ain't nobody about to tell me what I can and cannot do. Like it's not. It ain't against the law. So I can. It's people out here that is not in the fraternity or sorority can wear out colors, and it ain't against the law. It is what it is. But so like I really didn't know. So I'm asking, and then so they was upset about that, and to go on to that, I'm like, so I mean, what y'all about to do? Y'all about to get a lifetime membership, and they just was like, now you mocking us, da da. I'm like, yo, like,
yeah, it's different.
You get what I'm saying? Like that's something I always wanted to do.
Yeah, it's different.
But that's just so I was different. To go back to the question, so yeah, I seen that's what made me want to be a Q, because like he was just doing all the things that made him a humanitarian man. Was what made me who I was. You know what I'm saying? And then honestly, choosing the school was just easy. I was talking to my friend Dal when he became a cap at UNBC. He was like, if you want your probate to be like mine or more lit, you want to go to like a school that's like rich in history. You get what I'm saying? Like you go to Coppin and it'll be cool, you'll be a Q, but you won't have the respect that the Q's at Morgan. He's like, it's gonna be way harder, but it's gonna be worth it. So he says it's gonna be way harder. I'm like, well, I'm going to Morgan, it's easy. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just get that respect. And then it's funny because like what people don't know is I only went to Morgan for maybe 3 semesters, 2.5. I'm transferred in 2012. I got my credits. The next year I crossed, and then that following year put out at the beginning of the school year.
Right.
So
All right, so hold on before we get to that. So that's an interesting thing you just said, because there's a lot of people that want to get into like the frat life, and this interview not really about frat. We're not gonna stay there, but it's interesting because like you see people that talk about wanting to leave their school where they at so that they can get down. Like it was a point that I wanted to leave. So I went to Mount St. Mary's. There was no campus up there, right? So that's why I went to alumni. But I wanted to leave, and my best friend was at Del State, so I wanted to go to Del State and get down. So, was there any other driving factor behind you leaving, except for like getting down? Like it had to be something else for you to leave an entire university.
Yeah, definitely. I was playing ball, and just being honest, it was an all-white institution, a PWI, predominantly white institution for people that don't know. But I just wasn't happy because like I wasn't around my peers, and peers just being people that I'm used to being. I was out of my comfort zone, and just after football season, it just wasn't. I wasn't happy at that time. I didn't drink. Like I didn't start drinking until like I was 21. I was like, you know how football players are. We in our own world. Sure. So I didn't drink. I didn't smoke, and I'm just going to school, and it was just so boring. And I was just thinking like, this is a good school. The grades are good. It's good academic wise. And I remember talking to a guy, and and I wish I knew his name because he actually helped me tremendously in the way I think now to this day. I was asking the difference between like just universities. He was like, man, honestly, you can go to the best university there is on paper, and if you don't do nothing with it, don't mean anything. He's like, nothing. Your school is your school, your university, whatever you do in life is what you make it. And when he told me that, it was like, all right, because I remember I was like one of the two out of my school that got chose to go to McDaniel for free or whatever, and I was like, I didn't want to lose. Yeah, I didn't want to lose that money. But then I thought about it. I did the numbers. My mom's saying I've been broke all my life. I did the number. My EFC was 0. Went to Morgan. I get the fat reach up front check. So I ended up making out either way. So it was just like,
So all right, so you get to Morgan, right? At what point being in Morgan did this thing spark like I want to be a host? Like where did that come from? Because I mean I noticed that like. And I say this now as me being a host and like my come up and being booked more and seeing more hosts and learning more, like the HBCU environment is great to foster that. Like I feel like if I went to HBCU, I would be a lot further in my hosting career than I am. You know what I mean? So like I guess was it the culture? Like what was it that?
So I mean hosting, like I was a sociology major because like communication was my thing. I thought I was a personal person. So like I always was in the mix of the clubs in high school. I got into the college clubs early a little bit, and I always thought it was dope. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So once I walked on the football team, and at the time, once I started pledging, I was like, you know what, I'm done with football.
Right.
And it didn't really hit me that I wanted to host until I got put out of school. So I didn't start hosting. Like I went to Morgan, I wasn't hosting. I got put out of school. I'm like, yo, I think my last person I was watching was Flexa. He was hosting a step show. I'm like, yo, like, I can do this. And I think I was watching somebody named, I forgot, Sway or something out in GUF at Syracuse. And I'm like, I can do that.
A lot of people don't know that because when I was talking to people about you, it was like,
they think I came up at Morgan.
You came up at Morgan. You was Mr. Morgan. People told me you was Mr. Morgan. All right, so you, situation happens at Morgan. You get the Coppin. How does your brand start?
So it ain't that simple. Cause like I got put out of Morgan, and like when you get put out of a Maryland State institution, you gotta stay out a year. However, I got put out in the beginning of the spring semester. Right. So now I'm put out in the beginning of the spring semester. So I really got set out 2 years because I got to set out that spring, then that fall. So what happened was but now that's a whole year. I mean, I don't even count my year. So now my year starts at the fall. You know what I'm saying? So now I gotta wait a year. After that, I get throughout that time I started hosting. I started traveling. I just really hit the ground running. Just using my connections, I literally just started hosting my a pro fight of mine that went to College Park.
Right.
They used to do a party at Turpentine, if I'm not mistaken. It's a big spot up. It used to be a big spot in College Park.
Okay.
And I'm like, y'all can host. He was like, if you want to host. So I grabbed a mic. And ever since then, I think I did I started with the Towson. They got this fashion group called MOD and another fashion group, and they let me start hosting their fashion shows, and then it just was a wrap.
So this just coming from people that you knew.
Yeah, just networking, man. Then doing a lot of free things. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to get in the clubs because I wanted to be hot in my city. Everybody want to be hot in their city.
Right.
So I started hosting in the club $50 free every day.
Just putting in that work.
Yeah.
I know.
And then no, definitely. And then that's when I transferred to Coppin. And when I transferred to Coppin, like you said, everybody thought I was I came up at Morgan, this J Hill dude, like Mr. J Hill had already established himself as Mr. J Hill, so like they thought I was like just cocky dude that's just trying to come over and take over Coppin. Because when I ran for Mr. Coppin, a lot of people didn't even want me to be Mr. Coppin because they thought I was a Morgan guy coming from
right.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I mean?
So that year out kind of in a way helped you because like a redshirt year, you was able to kind of build that steam. You already, I guess, like you said, you was hosting some stuff. You was in the club, which I'm starting to learn. It's really two different lanes. Like it's really two different lanes. Like when you in the club and you in a college host, sometimes it's hard to like bring those together. Like because and tell me how you feel about this. I personally feel like hosting a college party is a little bit different than hosting a club because it's two different scenarios. Like college parties, I feel like I don't want to say it's more fun, but people come to party. Whereas I feel like in the club, people come to style and profile. So like, do you feel like you building that name in the club made it easier for you when you got the cop?
I don't know, cause like I said, I started hosting the college stuff first, and then I moved to the clubs and 21 over. I don't know. I'm trying to say like in the most humble way possible. I really don't know. It's just something that I started doing, and it's just like I did it, and I don't say like I was great or the best at what I was doing. It's just I did it my way, and I had to learn. I had a lot of like mistakes along the way. I had a lot of bumps and a lot of hiccups on my way. So like when I was hosting, there was certain things that I couldn't do hypothetically. Let's say like if I'm at a club, 21 over club, and I'm at an establishment versus a college party. A lot of college parties are at buildings, right? Like venues, you know what I'm saying? So you can say, hey, yo, we got a party next week, right? You can say, yo, come to our party at this location next week. You can say that. In the club, this is just one thing I learned. You can't do that because the owner has parties throughout the week at his club. Right. So now I can't, that's taking money out of his pocket. So this is little things that I just learned, you know what I'm saying? So like that helped me mature as being a host. There's so many lessons that I learned and mistakes that I've made. I always say like, I don't know everything, but I know a lot because I've made a lot of mistakes. Okay. And it's not to say I'm any better than anybody else, but like I'm a natural mess up. You know what I'm saying? So through my mess ups, I'm not insane. I had to learn from different mess ups. So it's like, but I think it just made it easier to work the mic. Of course, in a college event, you can say whatever, you can have fun, like you said. But in 21 over, you just gotta understand the difference. You're trying to make money. Right. You're saying you're trying to sell bottles, you want to entertain the adults. Is a totally different field. So.
Okay, so all right, so let's keep moving the timeline along because I'm actually learning stuff that I didn't know. So you win Mr. Coppin, right? Yeah. Is that your senior year or?
That's my So I didn't know at the time. I ain't gonna lie, cause like I got put out and I didn't know how things was transferring. So I just know I didn't think that I was gonna graduate as fast as I did, honestly, to keep it 100. Right. So I ran for Mr. Coppin. I guess you would say that was my junior year. Okay, right. So like I guess like fall, I'm still not sure. Fall, I was Mr. Coppin, and then the second semester I still was Mr. Coppin, but I was graduating that semester. Okay. So like I always like even like through that I learned that honestly if I could change anything in the HBCU university, it would never let your seniors be your Mr. or Mrs. Because like you get senioritis, you ready to graduate. Like you by your time you're graduating semester, you ain't trying to do.
You're not trying, and it's a lot of work that come with being.
Right, yeah. So it's like, and it's a lot of work trying to graduate. So it's like it's just actually you might be working, you're trying to get a job in your career. It's like it's really not. I don't think it's in the best benefit of the university. Can people do it? Of course they can do it. Right. And I just don't think it's best in the university or the student that's trying to become Mr. or Miss of this university. So.
All right, so the three things that I would say most people know about you: Omega, Mr. Coppin, DTLR. I mean, there's stuff in there in the mix, but if I had to highlight things, like that's what I would say. So we started Omega, Mr. Coppin. Now filling this gap from between being Mr. Coppin, building your name, and then getting a DTLR. Like, how did that happen? What was that?
Everything is just it's funny how you like we go through these steps and it seems so simple, right? And it's like I don't want to like waste the interview time, but it's like I hear people saying it's like it's not that simple, like you know what I'm saying.
That's
so
what people see.
Yeah, you feel me? But to like make it like try to short the story, it was just like so Mr. Coppin I'm still hosting, right? So to get to DTLR, I gotta get into radio. So to get into radio, you gotta understand my mindset behind radio first. Like, I didn't even want to do radio. Like, I didn't even care to interview somebody. Like, I care less to interview somebody because it was like I want to be the star. I should be getting interviewed. I'm not trying to interview.
But you interview well.
Nah. So I got into like I said, it ain't that simple. But I eventually got into radio. I eventually started interviewing people. So once I got into radio, I started doing like a internet radio show called VVC. Raven had brought me in because she was doing Love the Culture Radio for like a year prior already. She brought me in, and I just, again, like hosting, I kind of like excelled in it. I learned the boards or whatever, and then Keenan was the DTLR ambassador for Baltimore. He was leaving. I wanted to get that position, but they already was about to fill it. He actually walked me in to meet Sean, who was the guy that's in charge of the marketing. He's the marketing like president or something like that. He walked me in there. He introduced me to him, and then he was like, "Yo, we can start like February."
Right.
So it was steps. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, it's stuff in it that happened, but the thing is, people will never know like the backstory behind everything that happens in your life. You know what I mean?
Definitely, man. Like, I just never was okay with where I was at. So I got in DTLR. I seen people that was lit, like Flexa, Jay Claxton, like Ty Davis now, you know what I'm saying? They had that show Monday through Friday. I had a show on Saturday. I was never cool with that. I was never complacent with like, all right, I'm in DTLR, I got a show on Saturday. So I'm like, how can I make a stain? And I told Kenan the first day, I said, yo, they're gonna thank you for bringing me in because I'm gonna be the best thing to happen, like swear. But so like I'm steady thinking of it, and I'm like, yo, how can I make a stain? How can I make a staple of my position where I'm at? And October came, and I'm like, yo, it's October. As corny as it sounds, I'm like, yo, it's October, Halloween, ghost, rapper, ghost writer, no ghost writer, free the ghost. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, I can do this for the.
Kind of corny, but.
You feel me?
I mean, it worked.
It worked. You know what I mean? We can do this for the month of October, and Sean was like, I don't know, man, this might can work for longer than the month of October, but they weren't really helping me. So I'm like, y'all call my guy Keefe. Tremendous help in that, man. If it wasn't for him, I probably would have found another videographer, but let's keep it on. You know what I'm saying? He definitely helped. He did it. I definitely appreciate him. And
the team is big.
Yeah.
The team is big.
Keith, Brandon, like they used to just come, man, and for free, yo, just help. And that means so much to me. That means more than the no ghostwriter itself. You know what I'm saying? The people that can believe in you and help you when you don't have it. You know what I'm saying?
And me and my manager Jaleel was just talking about that, like because we were going through a process where, you know, people want to work with you. They just want to make a bag, right? But believing in what you can be and where you're going to go and where we can go as a team, you know, that's big. Like, the person that does all my production, Terrell, like, really, we really had a conversation, like, believe in the dream.
Right.
I mean, he believed in me, so it's different than just, like, a transaction. You know what I mean? So that, I'm pretty sure that team helped, you know, no ghostwriter to be with.
No, definitely. So, it's just consistency, man. And even the artists in Baltimore, like, you know what I'm saying? They was hot. They ain't had to come. Granted, it was under the umbrella of DTLR.
Right.
We don't know if they came from me or DTLR, but it don't matter. Like, they came. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's like, it was just a collective. Like, it just wasn't just me. You know what I'm saying? And that was, So
that's a good segue, because not to rush the process, but just to fill in the gaps. Like, we don't know if they came for you or DTLR. We moved to present day, and at this moment, you're not with DTLR right now, or?
Nah, at the moment I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Situations happen. I actually like how things played out. I feel like I can stand up tall and say, yo, I'm one of the few in the industry where it's not a lot of people that are genuine.
Right.
I'm one of the few that stood up for something that I believe in, no matter what the price was. I'm one of the few that even when it did happen, I took it on the chin like a man, and I stood my 10 toes down. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
that's real.
Yeah. So like, I think there's a lot of blessings in what we think are harmful or whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, one of my favorite quotes is Drake. Life is amazing, it is what it should be. And I add something.
You tweet that a lot.
I add a part of it, like, life is amazing, it is what it should be, even when we don't think we're getting the fair end of the stick. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Even in our worst times, life is still great because we're here. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
I got a tattoo that says, as long as you're breathing, you can do whatever you imagine to do. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know, like, even that is just dope. Like, it's like, yo, look, I'm faced at this adversity, and I'm not gonna be done with no ghostwriter. The fact that I even got the name, the fact that I even get my own equipment and say, yo, I'm still doing it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's all a blessing, man. Like, all of it. And if I go back with DTLR, hopefully, we never know. Like, it's just, you learn, yo, you live and you learn. That's
take it day by day.
Yeah, and that's what makes
that's all you can do.
That's what makes life so special, because like, so many things we learn, yo, that we can help. Like, I can come to you and talk to you about, you know what I'm saying? You might have, my whole goal in life is, if I go through something, nobody I claim to care about should have to go through the same thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And if I care about you, I shouldn't allow you to go through the same thing. So, or at least not try to help you skip that process.
And I believe, I mean, I know that wholeheartedly because you're a big brother to me. You're a mentor to me. So, like, I mean, everything you're saying, I know to be true. So, I mean, before we wrap it up, you're no longer under the umbrella of DTLR, but no ghostwriter as of now, and that could change. But no ghostwriter will continue, or what's the plan?
It's going to continue.
It's just going to continue. We're going to leave it at that.
It's going to continue.
So if I got a 16, I can come and spit on no ghostwriter.
You can't.
That's really wild.
I mean, it's the truth.
All right, but I'm gonna let that fly. We'll talk about that later because I probably do have something hot. But the last thing I want to do, I do on my interview series, this segment called Pick Your Poison, right? It's rapid fire. I'm just gonna give you two things, this or that, and you gotta pick one.
All right.
Not do too much thinking.
All right.
Are you ready? East or West?
West.
Morgan or Cotton?
Morgan.
Purple or Gold?
Gold.
You took a long time on that one. Ravens or Steelers?
Ravens. The Eagles, though. I mean, but I'll take the Ravens, I guess.
Hosting or interviewing?
Definitely hosting.
All right. You took a long time on a Purple or Gold. That was like a trip up. You know what I mean? You're supposed to say both, I feel like, because you...
I say what I want. Gold.
Respect. I respect it. I respect. All right, so my man, my brother, Mr. J Hill, where can they find you at, bro? I mean, they probably already know you got like 27,000 followers, but where can they find you at?
Instagram, social media, Mr._JAYHILL. It's all about my guy, Tunnel Vision, man. Follow this guy.
Hey, follow me, because I can use part of the 27. Like, just let me get the 7 so I can get popping like you.
Oh, man.
But
he working
it's
hard.
the Inner Circle. We here, Tunnel Vision, J Hill. You know what's up.